What's going on, gamer world? So this is the look on my face right now, pretty much, and Phil Spencer's. So it's only been 2 hours since I released this Xbox. Phil Spencer calls out Sony for money hiding, says all Xbox games coming to PlayStation 5 and Switch 2, right? Video is doing very well. It's taken off. On the traction, it's heading towards 2,000 views, but right here it only shows that. It's just how it is because it's moving pretty fast. The funny thing that I find is, remember, guys, it's only been about 2 hours, and look at all this pony salt that has came to my page. This is what I mean. You dumbasses are getting a ton of games, and Phil Spencer is over here saving PlayStation from all the canceled games that they're doing, all the mistakes they're making, and you still want to come over here and be toxic. You can't just show love back. Like, I swear they're like emotionally and mentally 13 years old, guys. I still think they're in middle school, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, right? Are we ready to take a look at some of these comments? Let's start off with Red Dragon, by the way. This guy's a pure loser. Phil Spencer reaffirms commitment to becoming a third-party publisher. We're not putting up walls. See, instead of him realizing, man, I'm so glad that PlayStation is getting some games because, I don't want to play good games. I just want to support Sony and have their rainbow canceling balls in my mouth. We finally get to play those games because you do want to play the games. You just don't want to support the Xbox platform. So he says something like this, and he has 157 ponies coming here and like it. That explains why these Xbox fanboys are using, buying, and supporting games as an insult to hurl at PlayStation gamers because there's absolutely nothing left for them but Game Pass. Unbelievable. Yeah, what's left for you? So let's go ahead and get to some of these comments. All right. I had to put the newest ones first. We're going to start off with Stifu. He's back again. Remember what I told you about this guy? And you say you are not a PlayStation hater. You are an effing Xbox fanboy. Oh, look at that tone, y'all. He's riding on up in here. Throwing pony rainbows. Right? Man, look at him, y'all. And you're ignorant, too. Oh, yeah, because I spit nothing but facts and you can't handle it. You don't know what is BVH8. What does this have to do with the situation? And by the way, that's a ray tracing feat that he's talking about. What the hell does that have to do with this situation? That's absolutely irrelevant. You're still going to be running games at 30 frames per second, and you're not going to be running them native 4K with a BV H8 future. At first, I thought he was talking about a BV8H because that's a camera setup, but the H8 instead of the 8H, you know what I mean, is a ray tracing future. So I have make you the question so many times, what is BVH8? And you don't show any interest. I don't know why. What the hell does this have to do with anything? Bro, why are you being such an idiot? I swear, man, these ponies are dumb as hell. I'm going to tell you a little fairy tale. Ooh, I'm excited. Once upon a time, there was Nintendo and they had big plans. We asked for help and Sony was there. See, this guy's such a pony. We asked for help. Who's we? He's literally saying that he's a part of Sony. Because remember, Sony went to Nintendo to ask for help when they came in the console industry and they had CDs and Nintendo denied them. Man, can you be so... Man, this guy needs Sony's rainbow balls and their cock in his mouth and elsewhere too. We asked for help. Think about that. He's talking about him being in sync with Sony. But when they wanted to trick Sony, why would Nintendo need to trick Sony? They've always been dominating. Sony wanted to come to them because they didn't know what they were doing. You see this stuff? Sony said, no, with me, I'll do it better than you ever could. Okay, buddy, you already went off the deep end now. And so the PlayStation was born. Nintendo thought they'll never become real competition, but when PlayStation 2 was released, it became the best console of all time. Too bad Switch is better, and they passed it up. So what are you talking about? The only place they didn't beat it in is Europe. And the first party lineup, smoking it. I already did the video on it. Sit your punk ass down. Don't come in here with Sony's balls in your mouth trying to spew Sony nonsense at me. So, however, there was another competitor from Microsoft called Xbox, and they thought, what can Sony do? We can do too. What Sony... Of course, Xbox had held its ground well over years, but apparently they realized that what Sony does isn't so easy, and overtaking Sony, that will never happen. Look at this, Sony. Oh, Sony. Shut up, man. You fucking ponies are retarded, I swear. Man, all the stuff that's going on that side, all the positivity that's happening in the Xbox community, benefiting all the gamers, still coming in here saying Sony like 10 times in one paragraph. They know that now, but they can still remain on one of the biggest publishers. I think it's a shame that Xbox might stop making consoles because it keeps the market alive. They're going to continue to say that. Phil Spencer already said that. Maybe they'll even go as far as to only make handheld consoles to create games compatible with every platform, including Nintendo. But anyways, BVHH, I already answered that right here. I said, dude, it's a ray tracing feat. Once again, say something that matters to the subject of the video. Look how salty you are trying to write a college graduating essay for Sony. It's crazy how much angry rainbows are in your words and how many times he said Sony. Anyways, let's go move on to the next person. Dumb as F move. Sony are on their knees, and Microsoft would have had the chance to massively expand their console base. Bro, they can't do it. I'm not going to say nothing against them. Y'all lame as F. It's officially over. Y'all didn't buy games or enough consoles. Like you buy enough games in the PlayStation world. You're sitting online attacking people all day. So Phil is taking his catalog to a platform that actually spends money and plays games. I still can't believe it, but it's true. It's just the future. Wake up. Sony's been moving their games to PC. What are you talking about? They're going to be moving their games to Nintendo Switch. And the Xbox eventually, probably. Just remember, we didn't ask for them games. Who is we? Who are you talking to? A lot of people want those games. Watch when they sell. Why do you think Sea of Thieves models were topping the charts? Shut your dumb ass up. But I'm sure gonna play them on my Pro. We didn't ask for them. We, who's we? But you want to play them on your Pro. Yeah, way to be an idiot. I'm glad y'all got to play something that's not a remaster. That's great. I like that. Y'all been holding it down. You deserve it. Dude said they buy games. That's funny because most of the sales over there are from casuals that play the same 3 games every year. Call of Duty 2K and Madden, right? Fortnite, which is a free-to-play game. Y'all don't buy games either. Try again, and your Pro is trash too. Bro, like the PlayStation Pro is not selling out anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? How many people really have that? A small percentage of the PlayStation fan base. Compared to the whole gaming community, what is it, like 2%? 3%? You know what I mean? It's a very low number. And shout out to KHH coming in here tipping me. Whoever thinks Xbox putting their games on the other platform is an L are stupid and doesn't know math. Microsoft have created a good value proposition for anyone that subscribes to Game Pass. That owns the console. Making more money on other ecosystems like Sony, Nintendo, and Steam via game sales. Sony just canceled 10 live service games. If Microsoft games start filling the gaps, Sony's left selling more than Sony first party on PlayStation platform. It's going to hurt PlayStation pockets more. And Call of Duty, Microsoft's on that with more games coming. What would be the point of owning a PlayStation if you're playing more Xbox games? That's what he meant to say, but it's not letting me do that. I'd have to like reset it, which is kind of annoying. Exactly, Blow. You get it. Thank you for the tip, brother. God bless. That's what I told him. All right. Let's go down to some more comments. Sony just sitting back collecting 30% per sale for Xbox games while Microsoft pours money into those games and takes all the risk. Funny how y'all make it seem like Xbox is making more money. Did you really just say that? Do you not know how first-party publishing works? You think he thinks this? I don't think he gets the picture. Are you really going to talk about money? Microsoft's the richest company in the world, a $1 trillion company. Sony's $100 billion worth. How much more money Microsoft is worth than Sony? You think anything they do is like it's really hurting them? It's not. Sony's the one that has to succeed. They're the ones in trouble. So what are you talking about? You know how much money they're going to make publishing games on PlayStation? With the microtransactions and all that and having a more healthy, alive community. But it's good because people get to experience better games. But your comment does not make any sense, buddy. Sorry, you're being an idiot by stating that. Who cares if Sony is money hatting? Who is who? You see how they say that who? Who's who? Who are you talking about? A lot of people care. People who don't own a PlayStation. I don't anymore. Okay, good for you. When Microsoft decided to put games on PlayStation, I stopped caring. Congratulations, Microsoft. You took me from a fan to an observer. That's your choice. I'm not saying you're wrong from that, but I don't get how that's going to hurt your gaming experience. You're going to have communities that are more alive that are not going to die because of that. You need to look at the bigger picture. All right, let's find another comment. Bros still coping with their console getting spanked by PlayStation and being forced to go full third party like Sega. If they're third party, dumbass, they don't have a console with first party on there. They're just putting their first party games over there. Learn how things work. Microsoft's not going to go bankrupt. They can't go out of the industry unless they choose to. Nobody can drive them out except they only can do that if they want to themselves. Bots still coping. So the funny thing is that I have a high-end gaming PC right here, right? So if I hit Xbox, I can get on it right here and play at max settings. I have my Series X right there. I have my PlayStation 5 right there. I've shown my controllers before. My PlayStation controller right here. I already showed you my Xbox. Do I need to do that again? This is what I'm using on my Series X. And then I use my, where's my other controller at? It's over there. My black and gold one for PC. As I've shown people before. Um, right here. And then my Nintendo Switch controller. I have to do this a lot because there's always new people coming on the channel and I'm getting more growth than ever. And I appreciate that all the support that you guys have been giving me. My Nintendo Switch controller. And then obviously I'm recording on my PC right here. So, what do you mean coping? Hmm? All right, you see my Steam, GOG, and the Xbox, right? Display settings. Who are you talking to? Dual monitor setup. Let's go to the other monitor like I've done before. What does that say? 4K, right? What up to 4K? Dual screen 4K setup. NVIDIA. What are we talking about here? 32 gigabytes of RAM. RTX 4070. Might be going to the 5000 series this year. CPU Ryzen 9 Zen 4 that can go up to 5.3 gigahertz turbo boost, blowing your PlayStation console out of the water. I smoke your PlayStation 5 Pro. You don't want to go to the base because you're going to get left behind. And I mean, you're over there sitting at 3.5 gigahertz. I go up to 5.3 gigahertz, higher L1, L2, L3 caches too. And a Zen 4 series that came out last year. My processor's only 1 year old. How old is yours? Yeah, I think about 5 or 6 years old. Got an RTX 4070. You're trying to compete against a 4060 Ti. You can't beat that. We don't want to talk about RAM. I got 32 gigabytes of 6400 megahertz RAM. Right? Yeah, what are you talking about? Coping what? I play every game you could play, and all the PlayStation games come over here at max settings if I want to. Though I could get on my PlayStation play, but you know, this is what I'm saying. It's like I play everything over here. And for all those, and you had this one guy coming to my channel and talk about I don't game. He must not see my recent video where I showed 54 platinums, and I'm about to have 55, and I have 120, almost 122,000 gamer score on Xbox. I posted my gamer tags too on my Twitter. Another video, another L. See, they can't handle it. Let's see what we got here. And this tool literally making shit up. At no point did Phil call out Sony for money hiding. In fact, Phil actually effing praised Sony. So what the? Where did Phil Spencer praise Sony? So if he says I'm not locking down games, who's he talking to then? Who's locking down games from other platforms? Shut your dumb ass up. You can't even notice the obvious. You have an IQ of like 70. I think a roach is smarter than you, and its antennas will get the sense. You're an idiot. Y'all still coping with your digital PS1, PS3 games being unplayable. Playing for a next-gen upgrade of a game. Have to buy a game twice if you want it on PC and starting a new save file. Tell me about it. You know what's so funny? We could go take a look at some things and some timelines. Alex, imagine thinking a company like Microsoft finally being pro-consumer is a bad thing. Yeah, Nibs over here being a loser again. Look at what this guy says. Many PC zealots are hardcore Xbox fanboys. Alex included. Ever since Xbox started doing PC day-to-date on all titles, plus service games like Game Pass PC, the zealotry has... Bro, I've been PC gaming since World of Warcraft, but since I had my own PC. Since World of Warcraft, I actually bought a pre-built PC just to run World of Warcraft. Then I started custom building after that myself. That was like all the way back in 2005 or 6. What are you talking about? I was playing PC gaming before that, but I had to go to like lock-ins and stuff because I didn't have one back then. We were doing Counter-Strikes because Counter-Strike was the thing back then on Battlefield. All right, exasperated. In fact, some of the PC cats defend Xbox more than Xbox console fans because they're showing them love and they know what the right move is. The only people that like Sony are ponies like you. Why would a PC gamer care who lost the console war? It's absolutely stupid. So he came in here saying something smart. Why limit yourself to one system when you can make quadruple the money, more money for more games, better quality, can't lose, bigger community, you can have more money, you can publish more games, you can make sequels, you can make expansions. I don't get how that's bad. Like Microsoft is, you know what I mean, suffering or something. Like I said, they have more money. It doesn't make any sense. So Man, y'all, I'm telling you, just look at these losers. He's using the competition to make more money for Microsoft. It's an incredibly smart business. And I agree with Phil Spencer. Yes, I'm an Xbox fanboy, but at the mindset, why hold back games in another system? I think exclusives should go away, right? Nate Joe said that. You know, I mean, he's always coming on the channel right here. So is we're gonna go ahead and give him a shout out too. He's always here. Adidas Zero too. He be coming in here saying good comments. I know he be bringing support too. He supports Xbox big time. Nothing wrong with that. You see, he got 30 likes. He's here all the time. Um, and they start some stuff down here too. And that is exactly why Sony ran out of money. PlayStation players didn't buy their own exclusives. That's why. True. Clearly didn't see their year end up by 180%. Hey, all Xbots slow? Like, you can't come in and say the right thing and say that Microsoft is doing good without being called an Xbot, even though you may not even have one or you're just a PC gamer, right? To them, it's because PlayStation can be seen in a more positive light, even though they're not doing nowhere near as good this year and it's been womp, 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 and Microsoft is literally destroying. Like, you know what I mean? Them, gaming wise. We're talking about playing video games, video gaming content, right? Not just sitting there all day, don't buy games, don't support anything, and just wants to meet right Sony and overpraise a system, but they're not buying anything on it. And I guarantee you, all the games that they talk about that they don't want to come to Xbox, they don't play those games. So look, I think ponies are slow. There's no money made off of consoles. Software makes the money, and Pony's top-selling game owned by Microsoft. He's right. The only console manufacturer to ever make profit, guys, was Nintendo, ever since the beginning. Everything else, you make money off of accessories, services, and video games. Now you can make money off of microtransactions, I believe. People just buy microtransactions. Subscriptions, you know what I mean? Netflix, they get a cut of all that stuff. That's what they're making their profit for. So, yeah, I mean, I don't understand why that's the only thing they know how to run to. Oh, because there's nothing else to run to. Halo with DualSense capabilities will be good. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's cool. You're just going to enjoy it. Why would you think they'd add that? Yes, the console is doing well. Too bad your software is trash. Where are the games? Oh, wait, you don't buy them. Sony flushed $400 million down the drain with Concord. How much you think they flushed down with those 10 canceled games? Right? Microsoft's own Sony's best-selling game and gets 70% off each copy. So who's dumb? It's talking about Call of Duty. That was their biggest seller. You see what I mean with these ponies, y'all? It's ridiculous. So now we're at 1,346, but we're doing better than that. We're over 2,000 on the traction of analytics. But what's the problem here? You know what I mean? You can't just come in and say something positive, right? Right? Respect to Phil for kissing the ring of the Godfather game. He's talking about Nintendo. But anyways, you guys get the point again. They can't be positive. They have to come in here and be ridiculous. Now you know why we have to continue to put them in their place. You can't just let people run around being ignorant and bully for people who won't stand up for themselves and just get away and go ahead and rant. No. Somebody needs to come in and put them in their place. I'm one of those people. So sit your punk asses down. And I'm going to be here every day, and you're going to have to accept it. I'm not going anywhere till you get in line. And even then, I ain't going anywhere. You're going to accept the truth, and you're going to learn to show some respect. All right, y'all. Peace out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Love doing this. Ponies, sit down. Grown men are talking.